want to know more about this, but I don't have a project to do anything with, you know? So it's like I can read that doc, I can do the tutorial, and then I'll forget about it next week. I don't have anything that I like. I don't have a project that I could use this for. So, do you have any suggestions?
I mean, I always have a handful of random personal projects that I'm working on, and anytime there's something new that I want to play with, a lot of times there will be like, oh, hey, this project that I haven't touched in a year, this is the perfect thing that I always wanted to add to it, but never knew that I wanted to. And some of these are projects that like, oh, it's like my internal personal task app. That's like, hey, cool, I wanted to play with Postgres full text search. Boom, that's what I used it for, and this is something that I'm dogfooding. So I think
Okay,
it's just a matter of like when you see something, bookmarking it in the back of your head for I'm gonna one day I'll get to try this,
sure.
um, and yeah, just having the project for it. In this case, this was exactly what happened. I'd thought about running NixOS on a server for the last year, maybe as like a hey, maybe one day I'll try that. And then when I had this project that I couldn't get my Ansible deploy working, I was like, well now I know. Now I know what I'm gonna do.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I gotta find something, I guess. I don't really. It's hard to like be heads down at the new job and then want to come home and do something in your spare time, especially at the beginning. So eventually I'll get there.
Yeah. Yeah, I usually tend to work on personal projects when something on my current environment like bothers me up to a point to say, hey, I want to be lazy or I don't want to see this. Like past week, I spent almost 3 days working on installing our OSs in my Raspberry to install a proxy server because I use Samsung as my living room TV. But right now it's so baked into AdSense. Like I'm seeing a lot of content I don't want, and there's no way you can avoid that. And I figured out from reading Hacker News that it is possible if you have like your own proxy setup and you can block the ads by IP. But there is a problem that those IPs they are like switching like by the clock. But there is a guy who keeps maintaining a warm list of IPs, and you need to like create tasks for building that. So it was a lot of shell programming for me. Like that's what, and now it's living here right in front of me. So usually when I start a new project, it does have like a functional criteria in my current life. I'm not doing things like Matt, who's masochist for creating, spend a lot of time on something that he might not even use it. It's like Yagni, but with more steps.
He's got the domain knowledge now, even if he never
Yeah,
actually uses it in production or whatever. There's
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
I think it's a matter of hey, is this a project I want to make just because I think making it will be fun, or I'll finally get to try something that I've wanted to learn or wanted to have an excuse to dig into. And then there's the hey, I have a specific problem I'm trying to solve, and I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone. And then there's the last category of like, look, I'm just trying to solve this problem, like, and I'm not trying to go outside the beaten path, and so or go I'm not trying to learn something new, and so um, just for the sake of doing it. So it depends. I'll go back and forth between any number of these, but yeah, I'm lucky that I always have that itch to scratch, right?